And hello there everyone, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. It is the DOUG here, and it's time to take on the Washington Bullets, aka the Washington football team, aka the Washington Redskins, aka Washington the horse with no name. La 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 la. And if you can understand why they're called the Washington Bullets in this video, congratulations, you get a cookie. Granted, your bill will never be sent to your house, unfortunately, because, well, yeah, the wallpapers are busted. Thank you, come again. Of course, if you're watching this, about to click on the link on Facebook, welcome. If you're new to this particular thing, I did a fantasy draft a few weeks ago, and we've been playing on all Madden difficulty, and we've still been winning with the roster we have. I'm going to take a look at Washington's roster in a minute. Yeah, but before we get to that, for the Washington AI team, here is some good old, hopefully, hypeness for you. Let's see what happens. There's your motto for today's stream, because I have a feeling that's what Washington's about to see. They're going to be an Air Force Ranger, but they're not. They're going to get something else entirely. Of course, Teddy Bridgewater is 4,541 passing yards, 48 TDs, but he's unfortunately thrown 4 interceptions with him, and he's been sacked 15 times. As far as for the running game, Lindsey has about almost 1,000 yards. He's got 865 and 13 TDs. Teddy Bridgewater has 6 rushing TDs, and that will be the key plan. Greg says, brother. And Dave says, sorry, I'm making dinner. That's alright. As far as for my receiving core, AJ Green leads the team with receptions at 50, and he leads the team with yards at 1,895, but everyone's favorite Hulkamania brother, Chris Hogan brother, leads the team with receiving touchdowns at 14. Now we're playing Washington this week, so let's see how they are doing. The number 1 receiver is Will Fuller, the V. He's got 33 receptions for 334 yards, and he's in a tie for on the team for the most receiving touchdowns at 3 with tight end Jesse James. All we're missing is badass Billy Gunn, and then we have the new Outlaws, everybody. As far as for the running team, the Mark Ingram leads it with 369 for Washington and 2 TDs. And then, of course, the quarterback is Baker Mayfield. Hasn't been doing well, it looks like, for Washington, as he has 9 TDs, but 10, count them, 10 interceptions. And let's take a look at the standings real quick. As you can see, Washington's near the bottom of the barrel with Philadelphia. Dallas is the only undefeated team left right now. Let's take a look at the standings, and we'll probably AFC North is pretty much a clusterfuck because everybody's got a great record there. Oh, funny, Dave. Bengals are 5-1, followed by Ravens, Browns, and Steelers at 4-2 in the South. Jaguars are 4-2. And they're pretty much running away with the South in my universe. As the Texans are 2-4, Colts are 1-5, and the Titans are 0-6. In the East, the Bills right now are the best team at 4-2, followed by the Dolphins, so that's really imitating life. Followed by the Jets at 1-5, and then the Patriots at 0-5. Oh dear Lord. In the West, the Chiefs are pretty much on top of their division at 5-1, followed by Denver at 4-2. Chargers hanging around in the West at 3-3, and then the Raiders are 2-3 in the West. In the NFC, in the North, the Vikings lead it at 4-2, followed by the Bears at 3-3. Lions are hanging around in there at 2-3, and the Packers are 0-5. Oh, good Lord. In the South, the Buccaneers are 5-1, followed by Atlanta and the Panthers at 3-3, and then the Saints at 2-3. In the East, the Cowboys are dominating right now as we've not lost a single game yet. Giants are kind of putting some pressure on me as they are 4-2. Washington and Philadelphia at the bottom of the barrel at 1-5. And then in the West, Dave's 49ers are tied for first place with the Rams, but hold the tiebreaker as they're both 4-2. Seattle's 3-2, and the Cardinals are 2-4. We will check the league after the game to see who is what. Last week's weekly rewards real quick. Cowboys had the NFC Offense and Defensive Player of the Week for both. And in the AFC, Russell Wilson was the quarterback of last week. And Kay White was the outside linebacker for the AFC. So let's I'm gonna scout some players real quick. Because my issue is I'm gonna need to really work on the left tackle situation. And since the series is doing pretty well, we're gonna add him to the board. Add him to the board. How is my defense? Ew, good lord, my defense is terrible. Holy macaroni. I don't know how I'm winning with this. Probably should concentrate on... Oh, middle linebackers. Okay, we don't have any here. Alright, so we'll put him there. We'll put them there as well. Alright, so we're done our scouting for the day. Let's start our weekly training, which I never do the training. Even on the other one I'm doing for the trophy hunting, I don't really do the training. Just because I find the training to be utterly boring. Brr. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think we can sign any players, re-sign any players this week either. Nope. Alright, so let's do the game. It's going to be at FedEx Field. We do the full experience. Of course, as you can see, yeah, you know it's pretty bad when it shows them. They have like, oh wow, they don't even have any offensive players on their thing either. It's pretty much. It should be interesting. Let's get us another win, and hope Hulkamania can run wild, brother. Since that's pretty much the MO. Dave says boring. Hey, we gotta go over that stuff, man. It's because it's fun. Yeah, well, it's practice, you know. It's practice. No one really cares about practice.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
But it's boring, yeah. It feels weird seeing Baker Mayfield in a Washington uniform.
Baker Mayfield and the Washington football team taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are just inside the Beltway.
Got my water and Mountain Dew voodoo ready for tonight.
From FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set
AJ Green last week dominated.
The Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud, and Charles.
Ironically enough, I do find it funny. I know I'm getting to watch this game this weekend, the Cowboys in Washington, since Virginia, that's mostly who they show. I don't know who CBS is showing yet. I'll probably know that by tomorrow or Friday.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys. And he returns this to
Giant.
They've got all W's on the ledger so far. A perfect 6-0.
That's because Teddy Bridgewater is the greatest quarterback I could have drafted.
So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense.
See, I gave myself a handicap even playing on all Madden because of the fact that I picked Teddy Bridgewater, who, to be honest, they didn't really put him that much of a grade overall.
Eventually, we end up rolling our eyes, but it works both ways, right?
Don't know why it's not probably because of the fact of YouTube does not like curse words anymore. Oh, Lindsay got the first.
Absolutely. He's tackled a yard short of the mark.
Lindsay did pretty good last week for us, giving us
It's a gain of
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
On CBS in New York, it's Bills and Jets. Oh, God. That's going to be... Well, you get to see a public murder happen on television in New York.
Room to run again.
Because that's going to be a... That's what we call in the Demolition Man business. Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but
wow, they're just letting Lindsey run up the damn field. Holy crap.
Go around a 1st down as well. They'll run with Lindsey. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down.
On CBS at 4:20 in New York, it's Niners. Okay, that's probably because that's...
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is not going to get in.
That is the big game of... Oh, don't tell me after getting all that... There we go. I was going to say, don't tell me after getting all that running yardage I get stopped. Because that is a big important game. Niners and Patriots, I think we discussed it in the picks, they both kind of need a W for many different reasons. Pats needed to keep in pace with the Dolphins and Bills, and Niners needed to keep in pace with the Seahawks and Cardinals. I better check my food. Yeah, go check it, man. I had a Little Caesars pizza that I had from lunch because I had the lunch combo, so I'm good.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. An incredibly short.
Oh, and the Washington fumbled it. Here we go again.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Dallas.
He's getting jiggy with it, honey.
It won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
14. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0.
Matt Prater.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here.
It's funny that Ryan Tannehill led the Giants to a victory. Who the Eagles got? Kyler Murray. Wow, Kyler Murray's not doing good with Philly. Speaking of bad quarterbacks in this fantasy, what I'm in, Baker Mayfield not doing well. 10 interceptions to 9 touchdown passes. I must say though, I do like Baker Mayfield. You know, I do find his commercials to be, I do find them funny. It's just.
I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just how. Whether or not their team won.
Oh, I think that's going to be viewed as incomplete because he didn't hold on to the ball. His receiver had a Butterfinger moment.
So many things are going through.
Lay your hands off my Butterfinger.
Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback.
Wow, that was bad tackling there by my guys.
Those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's probably going to be a run play or pass to the tight end.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram.
Yep. Kind of figure it's going to be a run, so I'm kind of glad I...
36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Oh, intercepted. He threw it directly to number 59. Holy crap.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
That was a pathetic throw by you, Mr. Mayfield.
Scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat.
Oh, that's going to be a flag on Washington, number 35.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover sometimes.
Good job, A.J. Green. You made me proud.
He's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route.
Wow.
Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
Green once again, the intent.
A.J. Green could not get the ball there.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
But Rudolph got it.
His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve.
See, let's try to give it to Walker here.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here.
Walker got it.
Touchdown.
In the eyes of the ranger are upon you.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
He has made the touchdown zone a Wendy's.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just both race.
And here's the kick, and it's good.
Race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Prater for the extra point.
Walker's been very good to me when we get to the goal line situations.
Out is Prater to kick.
Short kick.
Short kick way up there.
Washington, I was trying to see if I could get him to fumble it again after a short kick, but nope. That's all right.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell
Really, Dave, you're cheering for the Skins. What the hell, man?
What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one.
I tried not.
And maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him
All right, Clay Matthews is in. I still can't believe I was able to get Clay Matthews. And it's picked off again by number 59.
Picked off by Wesley Woodyard.
Woodyard's becoming a ball hog for my team.
Right at the 44-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find
22 is in the way.
And become sharp again?
An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Washington's pretty much leaving. Oh, really? Wow.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Well, Sanders got the ball there, so Redskins doing a good job making sure I can't get a touchdown pass to A.J. Green. Oh. I was hoping he was going to have that. I was going to be able to get that off in time. A.J. Green got it that time, though.
What a catch for the touchdown.
A.J. Green's like, yep, I'm the man.
Quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game.
I know Greg's like, where's Hogan, brother? Where's Hogan?
I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
Extra point good by Prater. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you...
Oh, 59. 59 almost had that picked.
Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know it's going to be a pass play by the Skins.
Staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Takes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is good.
Really, Dave? No, get it right. It's Cowboys.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, I wasn't going to try to return that.
Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah,
Rudolph, that play for Rudolph's actually been working for him pretty well.
It looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime
Sanders.
you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Bridgewater now.
One-on-one, get it, AJ Green. Oh, no, but they caused a penalty. The Redskins.
However, we do have a
Pass interference by the Skins.
Check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control.
And he will take it in.
Right, Adrian Peterson gets his touchdown.
Adrian Peterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
Lining up for the point after.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Flag probably on Washington.
After that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
I know Clay Mathers would love to get a sack.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first
Boom,
down.
there we go.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Teddy Bridgewater. Sack.
Clay Matthews just said, hello, Baker Mayfield. Meet the goat, meet the
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
James Washington was the intended target, and it's third down.
James Washington did not do anything.
Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield.
Wow, 83. She did not hold on to that for Washington.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction.
And he was open too, so that was on the AI dropping that.
But I'm not sure they're going to shy away.
Rush comes and they block, and he will score.
Blocked punt for a touchdown. 58 getting jiggy with it.
For a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in
Another
time.
flag by Washington.
He would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Raiders set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now.
I skipped that. My bad, guys. But we're pretty much, we were saying the defense. So my defense is just destroying Washington here.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard
Dave says, damn, stop the damn match, as JR would say. Yeah, that may need to happen.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the
Well, Washington finally completed a pass and got a first down.
Players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover it, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out.
Oh, Washington just lost full. Let's see. We'll check on him in a bit to see how bad he's injured and see how the rest of the Washington team is.
Ingram's numbers from a week ago: 19 carries, 70 yards. Now a throw here to his running back.
I don't think he got over the marker for the first down. No, they didn't. They got third and inches. Are they gonna hike it, or are they gonna?
Or maybe change up how you establish your run.
We're gonna go into the Second quarter with me up big, and I mean big.
On EA Sports.
42. Washington, nothing.
Holy crap, am I up big. You're watching me and Judge Judy.
3rd and inches, and they've got
I don't know how I feel about that. Wait, Judge Judy airs it this time of night? Must be one of the stations up in New York that does it.
Mark Ingram. That's good.
So I know for me and my area, Judge Judy airs in the afternoon. And they got the first down.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he gets this inside.
Oh, DVR, okay. Man, Ingram's causing me some problems tonight.
14 and a Washington first down.
Can Green Bay get their first win with Rudolph as their quarterback?
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, well, we stopped them from doing that.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys 20.
They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
They're definitely nickel and diming me on their running game.
Selfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Oh, and, that actually helps them fumble it, because I don't think if he didn't fumble it, he would have not got the first down.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able
If that would have bounced backwards, that would have been
to
Dallas
get
ball.
on the spot, able to retain possession for them.
And now a
Incomplete.
first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ingram. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
Man, Washington's really taking the time off of this to where I may not get I'll get the ball back, but I ain't going to be able to do much in this quarter.
They're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this. 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
A 23-yard attempt.
Yep, that's...
His kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Because my defense did its job. They held him out to just hold him to 30.
That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12
Yeah, they got 3 points.
out of it.
And they took a lot of time off the clock, too, unfortunately.
First and 10 at their own.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And there goes A.J. Green.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A.J. Green, 77 yards. And the Cowboys
A.J. Green's a bad man.
We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green. Long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing.
Let's check the injury report, because I did, like I said, you're killing them. Yeah, that seems to be the case right now. Okay, so Phillip must not have been hurt that bad, but looks like they are missing Dallas Goedert. He's out for the season with a broken ankle. Funny thing is, I've not really been able to get Teddy that much going right now, actually, since the Redskins have been holding on to the ball for a lot. Yeah, so right now Rudolph and Sanders don't have a TD yet, but that could change.
The ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches.
And again, guys, I do have it on Madden. I have it on the hardest difficulty. You know, as you guys saw who did when I did my fantasy draft weeks ago, I have it set to the hardest difficulty. That's not changed.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball.
Okay, I heard that he came back. There's a pick by number 38.
His 3rd. Picked off by Tremont Williams.
I have a feeling Pat McPhee might eventually become a WWE wrestler. At least he's just going to be around to fuck with
Now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot.
He's a heel.
That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game.
That's a surprise because I knew when he was there he was a face originally.
Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And he will fight his way.
And Lindsey gets his 2nd touchdown. Adam Cole, baby.
Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys add on. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just...
I still haven't given the ball to Hogan yet. This has been a weird game.
I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield.
Mayfield was able to get it. Jesse James got it.
But not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Damn it, Rebel Dog.
Good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram didn't really go anywhere.
He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
40-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Baker Mayfield had a butterfinger. That is official.
Swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much.
No, I don't feel sympathy for fucking Baker Mayfield.
Find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number.
And he is into the end zone.
And Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you get in the end zone tonight?
His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
If I was Washington, I would just run the ball because that's really the only thing I've been able to stop you. Is Ingram's been able to get up the field a lot.
Not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get
Baker Mayfield threw that away because Clay Matthews was coming to get him.
It's gonna be a long day for you.
He was looking for Mark Ingram there.
Clay Matthews is acting like Relic from... Yes, I do watch Impact. I remember Relic from Impact Wrestling.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. No
Clay Matthews just wants to kill fucking Baker Mayfield. Good lord.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked. A fumble on the play.
That's 3 sacks. And 2-minute warning. That's 3 sacks for Baker Mayfield. I mean, not Baker. It's 3 sacks by Clay Matthews tonight. Good lord.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season,
You
we'll
still got it.
Coach has been in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Shrugs off another, still on his feet. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will
We didn't get too much far on that one.
24-yard Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
He's going to air it out deep for Green.
And A.J. Green got it.
20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed as 6'4", and he used
Take the timeout.
extra inches to go up and make that catch.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
AP got in there that time, boys.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue.
It's almost the end of the first half, and I think it's time to use that old saying, turn out the lights, the party's over, because good Lord is Washington not doing anything to really stop me.
Determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
I swear, if I get one more thing on Facebook saying, did you register to vote yet? Did you remember to vote? I'm going to be like, shut the hell up.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, God. My Name is Mayo 2 is coming out. Yes. I actually have the first one platinum.
How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Wow, Redskins back-to-back plays where they dropped the ball. I took a pic earlier on Facebook where Shawn Michaels got beat up here in Syracuse. He got beat up. I remember that storyline. I don't know. See, I don't think that's really true. I mean, I'm sure there's some of it's true, but I think Bulldog and Sean Waltman were also in that.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
All right, so we're gonna get the ball back with about 20 seconds. We might try to do something. I do remember that's how Shane Douglas won the IC title. And the reason I bring that up because a lot of people believe that story wasn't true because Michaels was supposed to lose the match to Shane Douglas.
Control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out, and he's closing in on that number.
No, it's true. It really happened. My mother has newspaper clippings of it. Okay.
Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself at this moment.
They got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Hogan proving once again that he is a great asset to me. We're going to go for the 51-yard kick.
Here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt.
Come on, get in there, baby.
And this one looks good.
Yes!
It's good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Thanks to Hogan. Brother, I wasn't able to get a touchdown, brother, but I was able to get us in field goal range. Brother.
In the field goal. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in.
Thank you, Hogan. Thank you, Hogan. The only time you hear those words is because of Chris Hogan.
That's the way to go into the half.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down.
Wow, they're just going to kneel. Wow. Boo.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports.
Let's check how we've been doing on the yardage.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory, 20-14, the final score. Next, we take a trip down the coast to Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead.
Wow,
in
Matt
that one
Ryan
over the
is
visiting
leading
LA Chargers.
the Dolphins to a win, maybe.
A touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Much weirder, Matthew Stafford or Jimmy Garoppolo there.
A touchdown reception.
I'd probably say Jimmy.
In our game, it's Teddy Bridgewater with a standout first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number
Jimmy G
3.
betrayed us. No, he got drafted by the Steelers in my fantasy.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baker Mayfield leads the
I know,
offense out
LOL.
for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team.
Now, that was a smart thing to do, I got to say, by the Washington. I would have done the same thing.
And also give him a first down.
Taylor still needs his first sack of his, I think, season or career.
When they're down on the scoreboard, and this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it, and they've run it well here to start the second half.
2nd and 5.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47.
Ingram was really running up and down the field.
Yards the pickup there, and it's a first
So one thing I
down.
would say bad about my defense in this game, I cannot stop the run that well.
Handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, this is Ingram.
Wow.
He's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 34. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think the AI is purposely running the ball just because they want the game to be over with.
First and 10. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Push it back. Push it back.
From the 31, Mayfield.
Wow, that was...
Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expect
That would have had some Cowboy players there. That could have been a pick.
And that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
And
Failure right there on 3rd down.
And that hits the right upright and carries away.
it had the strength.
Right where it is.
If it would have went a little bit to the left, they would have had 6 points.
Kind of a tough break there. No real hooker slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes
Lindsey got himself, well, he's got over 100 yards today.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down.
He's going to air it out deep for Hogan.
Oh, and pass interference by the Redskins and Washington.
Flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
I gotta agree. This Redskin team is terrible.
Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled.
I think AP's actually leading the running team right now because I think that's his 4th touchdown in the game.
Adrian Peterson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball.
Oh, 3rd touchdown.
12 on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead
AP's like, hey, it's on the 1-yard line. I get the score. Woohoo!
on his back. He's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Oh, that's a bad kick by me. That was terrible.
It's got him in the lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove down,
Mark Ingram is.
you know you're never supposed to count points.
Mark Ingram's been the highlight for Washington in this game because he's really the only one who's done anything besides the kicker.
They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
James Washington.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Bayfield 6 for 25. Good lord.
Continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. McKenzie now to return it. They can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
That'll be put in the books as a 53.
Oh my god, the Jets are actually beating Kirk Cousins and the Buffalo Bills.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And this will be caught at the 30.
And I wanna be a Hulkamaniac. I am a real American.
And this offense is running away with this one.
Hogan gets his 15th touchdown of the season. Holy crap. Wait, what was number 23 doing? He was completely not even close to intercepting that.
And I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go.
Oh, brother.
And the lead grows even larger.
Hogan. No, if you're just tuning in, this is not the 1980s. We have a player named Hogan on the team.
Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So we have Walker, Texas Ranger as a tight end, and we have Hogan as a wide receiver. And Washington has Bulldog Jesse James.
Now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 160.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy.
Well, we have a chance to get over 100 yards today.
Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
100 points, I should say.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll take him down at the 31.
Sorry, Miss Washington, but your boy ain't doing well.
7 makes it 3rd and 4.
They're gonna run with Ingram, or they're gonna try to pass it. I would have ran with Ingram. Wow, that should have been a catch by the AI there.
Offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of
That's a Butterfinger moment, children.
Thus hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
To return is McKenzie. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last
It wants me to give Hogan its 16th catch. Okay, well that's gonna have.
Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
It's a gain of 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, and this is caught. And they
Hogan almost got in there.
But he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Philip Lindsay. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
I'm sorry, Hogan. Won't able to get you a 2nd touchdown in the game, but you've done well for us today.
So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores.
Jimmy Garoppolo's actually got the Steelers in the lead. Damn, almost 100 to 100. Yeah, just got to get another touchdown.
Not from the defensive point of view.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Big Ben for the Browns. That still would feel weird to say that ever happened in reality.
These drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is Ingram. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And this play coming up should be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
On 2nd and 7. Mayfield.
Oh, nope. We're going to get one more play because...
And it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
This should be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here.
Wow, that was... That's one thing with the Madden game. It lags a lot.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their
The game will like lag or smooth slow. And here's the final play of the 3rd quarter.
So far as this one's away.
Just fair catch it in the end zone.
On this one is the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action.
Alright, so they want me to do 3 rushing attempts with Lindsay. I can do that. There's number 1.
For about 3, 2nd and 7 coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go again with Lindsay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now, Lindsay's not going to get his usual high yardage, but he's got...
Now it's Lindsay. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Bridgewater.
Ah.
That'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on.
Try to get Sanders the ball there.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
And Sanders got it that time.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy
And we hit 100.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys add on.
Go get down with your bad self, Lindsay. You deserve that.
To score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
I should say tomorrow night, Thursday night stream will be after the Eagles-Giants game, guys. It will be Devil May Cry 2, most likely. Friday, it's probably going to be something co-op related, so most likely it's going to be either Predator or Dead Alliance, something along those lines.
Is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that is incomplete.
I thought Baker Mayfield was actually going to run with it, guys.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield got rid of that because I saw Matthews was coming like a heat-sinking missile.
Throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, that's going to be a flag. Yeah, that's going back to Washington. It's going to Washington.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two.
Got a little bit greedy though.
Almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough it, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference
I thought I got there in time with the ball. Would have been able to stop the ball, but nope.
That's a big play. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Jesse James dropped it again.
Struggles continue here.
He's acting like the He is acting like the roadie from '95, dropping everything.
A big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races.
Oh wow, he got tackled by Baker Mayfield. That's embarrassing.
Back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford
Booth
to make
review.
any kind of mistakes. But it's been
Kind of not surprised on that one.
all game with them, isn't it?
That's probably going to get overturned.
An afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Mine might get overturned because the ball's moving, but it looks like the knee hits right before the ball moves. And it's going to be up to the refs on that one. And they overturned it. I did say that could happen.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
Here's Brett Kern now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away.
He kicked that out of bounds.
Going toward the sideline.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make it out in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And right side caught Hogan.
And Hogan, there was a flag. See, it's probably pass interference.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play.
Well, that makes Hogan happy. He got another catch.
Play stands.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9
Teddy took
yards
the
on first down.
The tackle made at the
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone get
Baker, he did, but
body and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well,
and he'll take it into the end zone.
and 88 gets a touchdown.
Bryson Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been
We'll definitely have to look at the stats for the receiving core, the tight ends and wide receivers.
And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase.
The other thing, Hogan, AJ Green, Sanders, and probably got over 100 receiving yards. Rudolph probably got closer, if not over it as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the Cowboys pressure.
90, Taylor got him.
Darrell Taylor brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their
All right, Taylor got his first sack of his career, so congratulations to him on that one.
It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly
If you're just tuning in, the game's almost over. Dallas is going to get to move on. 7-0, while Washington falls again.
3rd and long for Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Who was that to Baker Mayfield? My mom could have thrown that better.
You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
This is taken at the 15.
We've had plenty good tight end touchdowns tonight. Hogan's had a few.
First and 10.
Well,
The Dallas offense now heading
Hogan.
back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
we're getting tired of the slowdown by Madden doing that every so often.
I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team to add a...
That's caught at the 25.
Well, AJ Green gets that one, folks.
Into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of
That's AJ Green's the number 1 receiver in my fantasy league.
We've got no shot to beat this team.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Can Cowboys actually hold them to 3? That is the question, because Washington could still get a touchdown here and just ruin the good feel-good moment here.
Looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block. For
What
the rest of the
miracle!
season.
My defense showed up today, and I was actually able to stop them, and the defense is not. Wow, 33 was so close to it. That would have been a pick. It would have been a pick 6 too, I think.
Once again, they'll go from the 40 at the 40-yard line. Now this throw complete to Washington. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a third.
Pretty much, if you're just tuning in, I've put a lot of pressure on Baker Mayfield. Ingram's been able to run the ball down my throat a bit, but Baker Mayfield's been
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
sacked a lot, and he's thrown 3 picks and fumbled a lot.
Sack of his young NFL career.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
Cowboys swarm in.
And blocked.
It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they will wind up with
Well,
just outside of the red zone at the 21.
So when I look at the scoreboard and realize they just blocked a punt with that type of a lead, how much of that was a called punt block, or how much of it was a breakdown, you think, by the team punting the ball?
You got to think a breakdown, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Breakdown is JoJo's Bizarre Adventures with some big.
And now you can start the buses. I would say it's safe, right?
Rev them up, baby.
If they weren't started already. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Hogan was not able to hold on to that one.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Let's get greedy.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan.
And Hogan gets his second touchdown of the game.
Again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on
Hogan, Hogan.
Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear.
He's American made. I don't know why it's doing that. It could be anything from the game just having issues. And to be honest, because in last year's version of Madden, I didn't see it that much to where the game would have its slowness or its lagginess. But this year's one, a lot of people who are pro Madden players, legit pro ones who go to the tournaments every year and all that, have said this is one of the worst Madden ones. They haven't seen this kind of slowness since the PS1 days, or the slowness, or the.
Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, I
mean, there's a lot of videos about this year's Madden, how it's like the worst one.
Carry their guys to a. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Room here to run.
And Baker Mayfield fumbled the ball. Matthews recovered it and got a touchdown. Holy crap. Good game, Dave says. It's been a good one, but we still got another minute or so left.
They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense
Clay Matthews was like, woohoo!
And have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
Baker Mayfield is going to be singing is going to be icing himself in the shower. It's like I'm playing the Baker Mayfield from in this one who played the Steelers this past week.
Comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
83? What the heck? If I was watching them, like, what the fuck was that?
Pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Oh, wow, the Lions with Drew Brees. Wow. They got 38 points.
Now Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Of course, we will go over the games and everything, check who was all that after the game's over.
Incompletions.
3rd down and 10.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he's brought down.
I think Ingram might get the first down. Yep.
10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
Normally I would be greedy and call a timeout, but
Plays like that have been all game long.
I'm going to show a little mercy for once.
But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is in.
Who the hell was that to?
Seconds now on the clock. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And 1.
And again, it's Mayfield. That his pass is intercepted.
And it's intercepted by Clay Matthews. Oh, good lord.
Clay Matthews with a pick.
Mayfield's pass intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver.
They tried the blitz and it worked. Yeah, kick the throw.
Now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can
132 to 3.
Widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry
Oh, wow.
over the back line of the end
Washington's
zone.
offense has got to come out on the field to do one play, and they're going to try to go for a Hail Mary touchdown to at least make it.
Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes
Hey, Baker Mayfield actually got over 100 yards passing. Holy crap. Hey, I'm going to go pee where that loads up, guys. I'll be right back in a second.
And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Backside, I had to go to the bathroom. So let's see. Not a great day for Teddy, at least in the completions, but yards and TDs, he had a good game. So let's take a look at everything. Bridgewater had 664 passing yards, 8 TDs, and I don't think I got sacked at all in this game. I'm gonna check the defense to see, did anyone really sack me on this game? Oh, I only got sacked once. Okay, so I did actually pretty good on that one. Cowboys defensively, how many sacks did we get? We got about 6 sacks. We had 5 interceptions, 2 by Woodyard, who was a ball hog this whole game, and Clay Matthews did get an interception as well. Clay Matthews led the thing with 4 forced fumbles, and he did return one for a touchdown. So good for him. I think he was him and Anthony were the only 2 who got a touchdown. But the good thing is, I do want to say congratulations to D. Taylor for getting 2 sacks in the game as a rookie. So congratulations to him on that. As far as for receiving, Hogan and Green led it with 5 catches each. As far as for yardage, Rudolph was the only one who didn't get AJ Green at 230 yards. Hogan had 196. So Hogan again proven to be the wild card, and Sanders got about 127, but no touchdown. Rudolph, Hopkins, who's an OSA rookie, and Walker got a touchdown, and Hogan got 2. AJ got 3. And as far as for rushing, Lindsey got 4 rushing TDs for 154 yards. AP got 3 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns because we were near the goal line for all that. Team stats. Let's look at the Total offense 826. So we did good on the running, and first downs 21. Good there. We did good on third down, 4 and 5. The one fourth down we went for was 1 and 1. Didn't go for 2 points. Red zone. We had 1 penalty compared to their 5. They led time of possession though. Alright, so we did good there. Alright. I gotta say is, man, Baker Mayfield, you got obliterated, my friend. Obliterated. Whew. Poor Baker Mayfield on that game. That was hard to watch. So, alright, we upgraded the 2 players. Alright, so X Factor for a cornerback. Great game this week, coach. It's always a little terrifying playing a guy like Ramsey, but I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with our results. Get a boost to all our wide receivers, alright. So let's say the next week, just to look ahead and see how everyone did this week for the AI teams real quick. Big injury decision. Dodgers have cleared Terrell. Oh, wow. Terrell Suggs is back. You know what? We're going to leave the backup in, and we're going to let Suggs heal up just because. So we're going to let the rookie keep playing. So we're going to let Taylor continue. I would rather be safe instead of sorry there. Plus again, Teddy Bridgewater and Clay Matthews. For the AFC, Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. That just feels weird saying out of everything. Rodgers and the Jets. And the defensive player of the week for the AFC was Q Wilson. Who had 6 tackles, 1 pick, and 1 TD. Aaron Rodgers had 3 touchdown passes. He got sacked 4 times. Want to check a look at the standings and the scores from this past week. Returning from injury, Miles Baker is able to play again. Well, let's take a look at that as well. Okay, well, he's so low, I don't think I'm going to actually see him be put in the game that much. That's fine. Defense, see, my offense is great at 88, but it's the defense that is terrible for me at 75. But we've been doing good. So let's take a look at the schedule real quick to see how this week, week 7 went for everybody in my universe. Giants beat the Eagles 20-14. Baltimore came back and beat Pittsburgh 30-24. Browns beat Cincinnati 35-21. Houston beat Green Bay 20-14. I think that means Green Bay still has not won a game yet. Miami beat the Chargers. Detroit beat Atlanta. New Orleans Saints beat the Panthers. You saw me beat Washington. Buffalo holds on to beat the Jets. Seattle destroyed Arizona. Denver beat Kansas City. New England demolished the 49ers. Buccaneers barely get by the Raiders. And on Monday night, the Bears beat the Rams. So let's check the stats real quick, the standings, I should say, before we go to stats, because Giants are really giving me a run for my money. And who has not won a game yet? The Packers and the Titans. We're going to have to see who's on their roster, because that is weird. I may have to give a pity win to those 2 teams. You're doing your picks again? Nah, we actually did a part 2, Mr. Jones, of that. And I'll go over my picks again in case no one clicked the second part, just to give everyone a recap of who I have winning this past week. On this week, I have Eagles, Steelers, Cowboys, Lions, Browns, Saints, Bills, Packers, Cardinals, Chiefs, Niners, Chargers, Bucks, and the Bears winning this week. YouTube kind of crashed on that first one, but I didn't feel like going the whole thing over again. I got lazy. But Titans and Packers, who the hell is the players? Because they have not won a game yet. They're still have not won in this universe. Packers quarterback is Rudolph still with not Baker Mayfield, Kaepernick, but Kaepernick seems to still be out. We should actually check the injury report for the Titans and Packers, since those are the two that have not won. Okay, so it looks like Kaepernick returns this week for the Packers. What about the Titans? Holy crap, the Titans are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. Wow. That could do it. Madden wanted to make sure Colin stays injured. Well, apparently he comes back this week for the Packers, so what the Packers do, I might give a pity win for the Packers and Titans, just because I don't really want to see a team go 0-16. Yeah, Mason Rudolph's been the quarterback the last few weeks, so Kaepernick's probably coming back. Rudolph didn't do great for them. He threw 5 interceptions. That's probably why they lost. Who's the running attack? Lamar Miller. See, they got a good running back. And who's the receiving core? Yeah, the receiving core could be better for them. But what about the Titans? That's the other thing. Because usually I've noted, okay, they got a good receiving core. They got Elliott. And they have Dak Prescott as the quarterback. It's got to be the defense, I'm thinking. Yeah, their defense really hasn't did that much. I mean, Con was at the whole playoff to the Super Bowl on your thing. So we're going to give a pity win to the Packers and Titans this week, just to give them a victory. Just to be nice, you know. So let's see. Looking ahead to in week 8, we got Falcons and Panthers. There you go, Titans. There's your one win in my universe. Raiders and Browns, Colts and Lions, and wow, the Packers' first win will be against the Vikings. Okay. There's the, because I don't want to see no 0-16 in my universe. No. No. And I got the Eagles in week 8. Let's take a look at the standings real quick before we head off. And we still got to look at the stats as well to see where everyone lands on. Wait. Go back to the AFC a minute. Did I read that right? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way tie for first fucking place. Broncos hold all the tiebreakers, it looks like. So Broncos are the #1 team in the AFC, followed by the Chiefs, Bills, Browns, Bengals, and Ravens, all at 5-2. So if the players were to start this week, Broncos would be the 1 seed. Then you'd have the Chiefs going in, the Bills, the Browns, the Bengals, the Ravens. Because you get 2 wildcard teams, so Chiefs and the... Oh, well, yeah, because let's see, it's 7. No, it's 7, that's right now, correct? I think 7 go in this year. So Broncos, Chiefs, Bills, Browns, Bengals, and Ravens would be the 7. No, Jaguars, okay. I can't remember how the playoffs go this year. We'll figure it out when we get there. I'm sure somebody would say it's the 7 best teams or whatever. In the North, the Browns have the #1 spot, and the Bengals are 2nd, Ravens are 3rd. That's going to be the division to watch in the North. In the South, Jaguars are pretty much control their own destiny. They're at 4-2, followed by the Texans, Colts, and Titans are begging for air. In the East, the Bills are 5-2, Dolphins are 4-3. It's pretty much between them, and the Patriots finally got a win. Yay them. And the Jets at the bottom. In the West, Broncos and Chiefs, it's pretty much them. In the NFC, Vikings are pretty much ahead of the Bears. Lions still hanging around. Packers on life support. Buccaneers control their own destiny in the South. East, it's the Cowboys, obviously. And in the West, it is the Seahawks. But Niners and Rams ain't out of it yet. But let's take a look at the quarterbacks. We'll, you know, take a look at all the starting quarterbacks. Because we have a... This should be interesting. Let's see. Bridgewater's number 1. Mahomes is with the Bolts. Let's see. Well, who's Denver's quarterback? Because Denver's the best team in the AFC. Jameis Winston. Okay, that's surprising. Huh. Dallas is ranked first in the NFL in offense. Duh. Let's take a look at the NFL records real quick as well. If we want season. Okay, Bridgewater could actually break, it looks like in the next game, Bridgewater could break the season record for passing very early. I am a happy pass offense. Passing TDs, Bridgewater already has that record. Rushing, the record's 2,000 yards. I don't think I have anyone close. No. And as far as rushing, receiving yards, AJ Green has broken the record. Receiving touchdowns is 22, and no Dallas Cowboy player there yet, but I wouldn't be surprised soon because there's a chance Hogan could break the record. Yeah, Hogan's got 16. He could break the touchdown passing record. Because I think it said, what, 23, 24? Hogan's at 16. So Hogan has a chance to break the record. He could do, which is hilarious because I'm sure if you were to find the real Chris Hogan, be like, hey Chris Hogan, you're gonna break Randy Moss' record in Doug's universe. He's gonna be like, what? Hey, look who, yeah, you know that's pretty bad. Chris Hogan was, this is his career. Let me repeat it. This is his career total. Wow, that is, wait, how the hell do you be a 10-year player and not have that many? Let's take a look at his stats. That makes no sense. Oh, okay, that is weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Worst offense in the league, Seattle. Granted, they're 4-2. Green Bay's right behind them, though. Where's the Titans? I feel like with the Titans, they're like the Atlanta Falcons in this because of the fact of... Alright, but that's going to do it for the Madden game, guys. Dallas is 7-0. And we play the 1-6 Eagles, and then we play a very tough Pittsburgh team after that. Now I should point out, when we get to Week 10, because that is the bye week, I will most likely, after the picks, just sim to the next week and get ready for Week 11, which is the Vikings. So Dallas, in real life, does have an interesting schedule coming up. If Dallas does beat Washington and then beat Philly in Week 8, it's really going to come down to the divisional games for them to win the division, because Pittsburgh is going to be a tough win. So looking at this in real life, if Dallas can win the next two and then beat Minnesota coming off the bye, Dallas should be in a good place, you would think, but probably not. But until next time, when I see you, if you're here just for the Madden, that would be next week. Don't forget, I will be doing Devil May Cry tomorrow after the Giants-Eagles game. And then Friday would be some kind of co-op fun educational programming. Till then, have a good night, and I will see you all next time.